I get a lot of questions about how did I sleep train my twins without doing cry it out? And I'll let you know, as a pediatrician and a mom, what I did. I also want to start it by saying, I don't care if you sleep train. I don't care if you don't sleep train. I don't care what you want to do. This is what worked for me and my family. I'm incredibly confident in this decision. So if you have something negative to say, take it elsewhere, because I feel good about the decision I made. So first is that my twins were born 2 days before shut down from COVID. So we had no help. We were still wiping down milk, people. And so we were entirely solo. Daycare's shut down. So it was just me. After my twins were 2 weeks old, my husband had to go back to work as an essential worker. And it was me with my then 2-year-old and my brand new twins. So keep that in mind. And also that my son had MCAD. And we had to wake up every 2 hours to nurse him, or else his blood sugar would get too low. Well, I had to wake up every 2 hours to nurse him. So that's what our sleep schedule was like for the first 4 months. And then we could do 4-hour stretches and then 5-hour stretches. So around the time they were 8 or 9 months, they were waking on alternating hours. And it was a lot. And I remember very specifically one night my husband said, what are we supposed to do? Wake up every hour until one of us dies? I was like, yeah, that's a good point. So we started sleep training. So here's what we did. My kids were all breastfed. I would nurse them before bed. And then after they would go to sleep, because they were older than 6 months and they were growing and developing and happy and healthy and all that stuff, I knew they did not need to eat overnight. We would do a bedtime snack. We would nurse, go to bed. Then overnight, whenever they would cry, I would go in after like a minute and I would soothe them. I wouldn't put them back to sleep, but I would like get them calm and then I would leave again. And they would fuss or whatever, and we would increase the amount of time that we were out of the room until we would max it at like 5 to 8 minutes. My theory being, like, if I was going to the bathroom or taking a shower, like, that's how long they'd have to wait anyway. So that's what we did. And it took several weeks, and eventually they figured out how to sleep, and they liked going to sleep alone. Like, we would put them down awake and they would like babble and talk to each other. It is hard having twins because they would wake each other up. They shared a room. They still share a room. And that's what we did. If they were just like in there gabbing, we left them. If they weren't mad, we'd let them be. I didn't try to make a happy baby happier kind of a deal. So that's what they did. And then whenever they got potty trained, we moved them. We took the front off of their cribs, so they were in a toddler bed. And then they had full access to the rest of the house. Now they're in my bed every night. So there's that.